Today I want to talk about how the movie Room from 2015 reminded me that relief doesn't always arrive the way we expect it to. Room is definitely not your typical movie about captivity because we follow these characters' journeys even after they have escaped. So to quickly recap, Joy has been held captive for years in a small shed by a man she calls Old Nick. Inside that single room, she raises her son Jack, who is 5. To protect him, she builds a whole world out of almost nothing, telling him that Room is the entire universe and that everything outside is just TV. One morning, after Old Nick has cut the power for an entire day, in winter by the way, Joy decides to tell Jack the truth and help him understand the situation so that together they can try to escape. She tells him the truth. Room is real, but it isn't the whole world. Jack was born there. They're prisoners, and if they're going to get out, Jack has to help. They plan an escape that requires Jack to do the impossible, leave the only reality he's ever known, and run toward a world he can't even imagine. It works. Jack gets help, the police find Joy, the door opens, and they make it out. And this is where most survival stories would end. But Room doesn't end at the escape, because the film's real thesis is that things don't magically get better once you've made it to the other side. Your circumstances can change overnight, but your nervous system might still live in the old world. For Jack, the outside is overwhelming. He even wanted to go back to bed and Room when they escaped. It was his entire world, and the only person he ever really spoke to was his mom. And for Joy, she's initially very relieved to have made it out, but that relief starts to fade over time. She learns her parents aren't married anymore, she sees old pictures of her friends who went on to live normal lives, she feels responsible for her parents' divorce and is resentful of the people who just lived on without her. To feel this on top of the trauma she endured in her 7 years in Room, she also feels guilty for keeping Jack with her in Room, that maybe she could have found a way to help him escape sooner. So this just made me think about how sometimes you work so hard to escape something and you imagine the other side as finally having peace or finally feeling happy, but sometimes when you get there, you realize you didn't just escape, you now have to adjust to this new way of living, and it's not always easy. In the film, Joy eventually collapses under the weight of it all and attempts something very bad, and I'm sure she never imagined when she was dreaming about making it out to the other side that's how low she would feel. But freedom doesn't automatically mean relief. Although much less bleak, I think about this whenever I imagine finally getting everything I have ever wanted. I don't picture myself ever feeling low, but I also know it's possible to arrive somewhere you prayed for and still feel really heavy. Every phase of life comes with its own weight. But even after all of that, I don't think Room is a hopeless film at all. I think it's quite the opposite. Jack slowly adapts, Joy slowly works through her trauma with a psychiatrist and begins to rebuild, and near the end, Jack asks Joy if they can visit the shed one last time. The room that once felt like everything to Jack now looks small. He sees it differently because he has another reality to compare it to, and so they say their final goodbye to Room. Looking back at a time in your life when you felt trapped, after you've had space to grow, can give you a completely new perspective. You remember things that once plagued your very existence, and now they've lost their power. That kind of distance isn't instant. It's something you earn with time, and with the quiet work of healing and rebuilding yourself. Room shows us that making it to the other side goes beyond simply stepping into it. It's the work that comes after it. You can make it out, and then you have to learn how to live it out. Thank you so much for listening, and I know it's been a while since my last video essay. It's just these are pretty daunting to make. If you liked this, please like and subscribe, because I hear that helps. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know your thoughts and what your thoughts are on Room. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.